Bad policies and poor leadership have negatively impacted major life issues, things like abortion, IVF, surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as a growing support for degenerate cultural values in media, all stem from the pervasiveness of disorder. Our own nation is led by a man who publicly and proudly proclaims his Catholic faith, but at the same time is delusional enough to make the sign of the cross during a pro-abortion rally. He has been so vocal in his support for the murder of innocent babies that I'm sure to many people, it appears that you can be both Catholic and pro-choice. He is not alone. The world around us says that we should keep our beliefs to ourselves whenever they go against the tyranny of diversity, equity, and inclusion. I am certain the reporters at the AP could not have imagined that their attempt to rebuke and embarrass places and people like those here at Benedictine wouldn't be met with anger, but instead met with excitement and pride. Not the deadly sin sort of pride that has an entire month dedicated to it. Christ is King to the heights.
Yo, third video of the week, about to work on the fourth one after this, might be working through the weekend. So if you enjoy the content over here, please hit that subscribe button, drop a like, join in on the conversation with a comment. We got Harrison Butker here, 3-time Super Bowl champion for the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of people probably don't know or didn't know who he was, but I actually play fantasy football, and I've picked him 2 years in a row now because of how good he is. Like, he does not miss much. I think last year he only missed like 2 or 3 field goals, and he is a big part of the reason why the Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes and Travis Kelce and all of them have all that success, because they have a consistent, reliable kicker that they can fall back on. We got him going viral because of a speech that he gave at a Catholic college graduation. Now, if you know anything about Harrison Butker, he has gone viral before for, speaking out on his faith, and that's something that he should be allowed to do. I mean, you should be able to believe in whatever you want to believe in and scream it from the tallest mountaintop, and that's okay. And then we also have to remember that during this speech, he is at a Catholic school speaking to a lot of people that have the same values as him. They have traditional values, they have traditional gender role values, family values. And we have a lot of people on the internet going crazy, going off on him, calling him all sorts of things, misogynist. I'm seeing people moving for him to get removed from being the kicker of the Kansas City Chiefs. And it's like, for what? First of all, he has the freedom of speech, and, the same way how you can get on here and say whatever, I can get on here and say whatever, he can get up and say whatever. And he received a standing ovation after. Also, a lot of people are mad that he referred to Taylor Swift as his teammate's girlfriend. And, the Swifties going to be up in arms about that one.
As my teammate's girlfriend says, familiarity breeds contempt. To the gentleman here today, part of what plagues our society is this lie that has been told to you that men are not necessary in the home or in our communities. As men, we set the tone of the culture. And when that is absent, disorder, dysfunction, and chaos set in. This absence of men in the home is what plays a large role in the violence we see all around the nation. Be unapologetic in your masculinity, fighting against the cultural emasculation of men. Do hard things. Never settle for what is easy. You might have a talent that you don't necessarily enjoy, but if it glorifies God, maybe you should lean into that over something that you might think suits you better.
All in all, he has some really good messages, about, telling young men, be masculine, embrace it. Even if we live in a society that's telling you not to be, that's putting a lot of more obstacles in your way as a man, he's telling you that hey, that's part of the game of life. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be handed to you. You're going to have to do hard things and uncomfortable things at times in order to get over the hill. I've been kicked down and had to get up and kick down again and then get back up, and it's just what it is. And it's too easy to give up these days. It's too easy to go and say, hey, I want to be homeless and live on the streets, addicted to drugs, and actually have that lifestyle somewhat funded to you.
The road ahead is bright. Things are changing, society is shifting, and people young and old are embracing tradition. For the ladies present today, congratulations on an amazing accomplishment. You should be proud of all that you have achieved to this point in your young lives. I want to speak directly to you briefly because I think it is you, the women, who have had the most diabolical lies told to you. How many of you are sitting here now about to cross this stage and are thinking about all the promotions and titles you are going to get in your career? Some of you may go on to lead successful careers in the world, but I would venture to guess that the majority of you are most excited about your marriage and the children you will bring into this world. I can tell you that my beautiful wife, Isabel, would be the first to say that her life truly started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. I'm on this stage today and able to be the man I am because I have a wife who leans into her vocation. I'm beyond blessed with the many talents God has given me, but it cannot be overstated that all of my success is made possible because a girl I met in band class back in middle school would convert to the faith, become my wife, and embrace one of the most important titles of all, homemaker.
So since then, all right, and this is how the Lord has a crazy way of working, an amazing way of working. Harrison Butker currently has the highest selling jersey in the NFL. All right, so that's ahead of Caleb Williams, who I believe was number 1 before recently. And he passes Pat Mahomes, his quarterback. Okay, sold out in women's sizes. Okay, these are women's sizes it was sold out in. Now, this is the part of the culture I can't get with. And I don't understand what it is with more recent times, maybe like in the last 5 years, maybe, where if somebody doesn't agree with something you say, never mind you're protected under the Constitution, you have freedom of speech, same way that they do, but because someone doesn't agree with you, that they try to get you removed from your job, or your career. Look at this. Demand the Kansas City Chiefs to dismiss Harrison Butker for discriminatory remarks. I guess that this is a petition that someone has going for 35,000. Yo, if you don't agree with someone, change the channel. Why do we live in this time now where, you trying to take away people's livelihoods? This is how they support their families. Why is that part of the game now? Oh, because I don't agree with you, because I think women should be working, or I think men should be feminine, or whatever. Because I don't agree with what he's saying, I think that we should get him fired. And I'm seeing people asking for him to be removed from the NFL. I'm seeing people asking for him to be removed from the Chiefs. I'm seeing, it's not confirmed, but I'm seeing that there were rumors that he was being doxxed. Harrison Butker's views are not those of the league after graduation speech. Yeah, so the NFL is trying to separate themselves. We know that they're going to come out and try to do a PR. I hope that the man is able to keep his job in Kansas City. I've heard rumors that if the Chiefs do plan to release him, that the Bears are already, getting stuff together to make him a part of the team. Honestly, if they get rid of him, that would be very stupid because he's been one of the most elite kickers in the last few recent years. He is at the top. All right, so it would be very stupid. It's nice to see some women having a sense of humor about the whole thing, not taking it too seriously. Probably the ones that agree with him and understand what he was trying to say, but this is a trend I'd like to see going around. She says, can we start a trend with women with degrees and careers but agree with Harrison Butker's speech? I'll go first. And then she says, her name's Noelle, 3 degrees, and I agree that a world needs more masculinity and that wives/mothers are vital for society. Well said, Noelle. Well said. It's funny to me. He's in a room full of, people that all have the same faith as him. All right, this is at a small Catholic university, not necessarily one of these state funded universities. It's not a UCLA, University of Washington, one of these places with the protests going on. This is a smaller university with people that have traditional values that are probably, you could even say, his echo chambers. All right, what is the issue? People that's calling for all of this stuff, man, you need to shut the fuck up. Because the same way you want to be able to have the freedom to live how you want to live and do whatever, so do these people. Why are you upset because of the decisions that they want to make? Y'all pick and choose what y'all allow to fly or not. If he was up here drinking a beer, chugging a beer up on stage, nobody would have a problem with it. But because he's not, or because he's over here talking about God, or because he's here talking about traditions, it's an issue for y'all. If you stuck around this long in the video, as always, I would appreciate it greatly if you subscribe to the channel, drop a like, join in on the conversation. What do you think about this Harrison Butker speech? Do you think we should cancel him? He's a misogynist. He just wants women to be back in the kitchen. Never mind that they just graduated from college, completing an enormous feat in their life, and then before they even get onto the workforce, he's already dumped on and shit on their parade by talking about them being moms, and they haven't even been able to clock in for one shift yet? Or do you think he had a lot of great points? I mean, honestly, I believe in God. I pray. I'm not the most holy and sanctified. You know what I'm saying? I'm a sinner too. I believe in a lot of what he said. All right, I believe that men need to be more masculine. Yes, the world is not easy. It's not always going to give you what you feel that you deserve, but you're still going to have to wake up every day and put on your boots and go to work. You know what I'm saying? And as far as women, that they are great homemakers, okay? He never said that they can't work and that they can't go and graduate college and dominate in the workforce. He's just speaking on his own family and his own reflections and experiences, and he feels that that was a very important part of his life, okay? His wife being and leaning into her nurturing side, but either way, I'm interested to know whatever y'all think. If y'all think that he disrespected Taylor Swift by not mentioning her by name, let me know about that too in the comments. Without keeping this one too long, man, let me get to my final clip.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone? I'm getting old and I need something to rely on. So tell me when you're gonna let me in. I'm getting tired and I need somewhere to begin. And if you have
Jackie Chan, that was I loved watching his movies growing up. I believe that he has some sort of dementia, some sort of cognitive disability now, and it's really sad if you've ever seen anybody go through that, but, not even to remember some of the movies that he did, and, Jackie Chan, one of the greatest, man. Y'all stay wavy.
Make no mistake, you are entering into mission territory in a post-God world, but you were made for this, and with God by your side and a constant striving for virtue within your vocation, you too can be a saint. Christ is King to the heights.